Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Casper here. Midweek update, uranium. I just did excuse me, I'm eating some popcorn. I did a quick video here on the URNM ETF, very short-term stuff, 15-minute chart. Check it out. It's only 3-4 minutes long, but I'm just explaining what I am, focusing on the very short-term time frame. Even though it doesn't matter as much, it's still nice to see where we are for the next days ahead. So check it out. This video, midweek update, uranium. Let's get straight to business. So here we have that's the uranium spot price, obviously. And I want to show you something. We have to go to the Heikin-Ashi here. I want to show you. So we had this massive move up from roughly 50 to 100, right? Mega move up. And right now we're actually holding or keeping a very tight range for now, roughly 100 to 106. If this is, the range we're going to get, the next move up will be insanely strong. I mean, I would have thought when we, were to correct at some point in time that we would, doing, 15% drawdowns or hit some big fib levels. But if this is really the range, again, I don't know. But for now it is, man, that move is going to be insanely strong to the upside. If that is the best, the most that the buyers will lower their price, and sellers, cannot, seem to push it any further down. So that is definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch here. Okay, here we have URA. It's playing with our long-term golden trend line. You can see here zooming out, coming all the way down there. It's playing with that. It also, had a bit of a breakout here above the 2021 highs. For now, it's all good, really, as long as ideal scenario is that we don't get below that golden trend line there. So we can just go sideways here, and then boom, we will pop, and then off we go. We also have this overall channel here. Again, I think if we start to trade below, that we could actually, hit it. But then let's see if and when that happens. I actually want to add in one trend line here coming across right there. That's the one right there. So okay, URNM, roughly the same thing. Don't mind these short-term lines, that they are just the ones that are used for the video. We're still above the 2021 highs. Beautiful breakout, retest. So let's just go sideways here, and then boom, off we go in toward that green uptrend right there. You can see it if you go to the daily. It is a bit more visual. You can see it there. That's the green bad boy. Yep. As long as it holds, it's beautiful. Again, so if we can have, the theory is, if we have sideways consolidation here until we hit that, boom, it should be like a launch pad. I think we had one. Was it here as well? Can't remember where we discussed it, but we had the same setup where sideways action in towards that trend line, and then boom, off we went. So beautiful. URNJ also retest, on that upper trend line there. We still have a bit of a gap here. Do we close that? Maybe not, but definitely I'm not so focused on the URNJ at the moment. Again, big uptrend. It's still, very bullish, but right now the URNM, I think, will show me the way here in the short term, anyways. URNM against the spot price. We have this megaphone pattern here, down there. Again, if we don't get that touch now, that's actually good, because that means that buyers are stepping in, into the miners before the uranium spot price. So hopefully this megaphone could, boom, resolve to the upside. Overall, we have 1, 2, 3 touches, and more depending on how you count them, obviously, of that lower trend line there. So interesting point in time. These megaphone patterns, the expanding ones, I'm not the best at, but definitely worth noting. Weekly here on the XLE against the URNM. Still lower highs, lower lows, meaning URNM is outperforming XLE. But you got to also admire that we've come a long way down. So again, I do think that we're going to have some sort of counter trend before we ultimately roll over into that low. We have taken all the big pivot lows. You can see it there. So yeah, URNM is still, even though it hasn't done much lately, it has done way better than XLE. So at least for now. Here, URNM against the overall commodities. I want to show you the uptrend here that we have, or the tiny squeeze that we have there. Tiny meaning, you know, the angles are almost parallel, or the lines is almost parallel, more or less. Is, you can see here, actually breaking down, retesting. So we came down to that pivot over there, and now we're retesting. So let's see. But same thing again, we have this kind of a double bottom, double top kind of thing here. So the remaining of this month will be interesting, very interesting. Bitcoin, URNM against Bitcoin. We had that breakdown here, the massive retest, and then we had this, you know, deciding triangle here. Very bullish for you, URNM against Bitcoin if that happened. Obviously, boom, all the way down. Massive, you know, the past 10 days, Bitcoin has outperformed URNM. We're now back to support here. Also, you can see we have a cluster over here. So I would expect after 10 days worth of puking in this ratio that we're at least getting a bounce. How high will it be? Obviously, I have no idea, but we should get some sort of, you know, people buying into URNM compared to Bitcoin, at least short term. URNM against the good old NASDAQ, the good old NASI. Okay, again, two false breakout here above that big resistance. Couldn't quite make it, and now we have the roughly the same, you know, kind of moves down here in towards that blue upper there. Depending on how you want to draw it, you can add it to there and there. Now I have added it to the highs. I want to show you. Here, and then it lines here as well, and there. So that's might be the best one, I would say. Still holding, again, depending on how you want to make it. Still holding it to some degree. Hopefully, we have that double bottom here. So as long as we stay above, it's actually quite nice. But now I want to see a move up to here, and then a low that doesn't go, you know, close to these lows here, and then we can say goodbye and have URNM outperform. Same thing, URNM against the SPY. Overall, it looks pretty damn bullish. I mean, if you go back to the 2020 lows here, it is really remarkable. Big higher highs, massive consolidation, breakout, bull flag there, playing with the all-time highs. I mean, overall, that's a good thing to see until proven otherwise. So yeah, same thing, nothing new there. XLE against SPX, still getting a bit of a bounce at that lower trend line here. It is a parallel, so it doesn't align perfectly here, but that's a parallel from that one up there. So, and also I want to zoom in. We're getting a touch here. Let's align them perfectly. There it is. We had the rejection and then some sort of weird bull flag. It's still valid, but it's still, you know, the duration and the depth of it, not the most textbook, but we have at least, you know, 1, 2, 3 lows. So let's see. Hopefully we can get a bit of a move there. XLE energy to outperform SPX. Again, that would also help uranium, obviously, because it's also energy. So same thing here with the uranium spot price against Bitcoin. Like the past 10 days has just been more or less in favor of Bitcoin. After that, breakout here, false breakout here, but we were, okay, this is very interesting, and then boom, back down again. So Bitcoin has been in full control over the ratio here, and I am expecting to see some sort of bounce, you know, at this inverted head and shoulders, the low there and the low here, and becoming the trend line. I'm expecting a bounce, depending. The thing is, how big can it go? Will it just go down there, or can we really start again? Time will tell. Uranium spot price against good old gold. Gold. Massive move here in favor of spot price moving sideways. Everything is still in favor of uranium spot price. However, again, if we start to get back into the wedge and then we are getting below there, I mean, it does mean that, as mentioned many times, that the uranium spot price has to crash, but it means here come gold, and that's probably a breakout, you know, above 2,100. So same thing here again for silver, a bit different. I only have one trend line on because I cannot find a lower one that makes sense. So I only have the upper, still heavily in favor of the spot price for uranium. But again, we are still, I want to show you, I want to zoom out here. that uptrend right there. We are now again at the upper right there. So pretty well defined. Let's see how it acts there. So, okay, that is all. Please remember, check out the short video on the 15-minute time frame stuff for URNM that I just sent out. And yeah, have a great evening, guys. We will see you at the end of the week for the weekly close. And all I can say is that the past 2 weeks for uranium has been very volatile. Last week we have the the Cameco Q4 released, which made the URNM go down 5%, I think. Then back up again a bit, and now we have the CPI data yesterday that slammed the markets 5% also. So the past 2 weeks has been very, very volatile. So with that said, guys, have a great evening. And if you like, subscribe, obviously. I would highly appreciate it. Cheers, guys. Have a great one. Bye.